Redain would initially have like a piece of bread, like the lowest quality piece of bread he could find, maybe
Yeah,
even with
some
some
like
mold on
black
it.
bread or whatever it's called.
And then he would put it down and go find the most ornate chalice.
Mm-hmm. You easily find that this one is all gem encrusted.
And pour the finest wine he can into it before being ready to proceed.
He chose poorly.
Poorly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'd say you get some frostweed wine.
You know, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Ooh, the callback.
Only because I couldn't remember anything more bougie.
It's
Does
a
it say Bosco
semi.
vintage?
Bosco didn't make the wine.
Oh yeah, sorry,
He
sold
always
it.
sold it. He's a resupplier of it.
Shout out to Bosco.
Shout out to Bosco. He's probably still alive. Like, half things have a long lifespan, right? So
Is there a ban on licorice in town?
I should, just because my GM bias isn't there. So the door is ready for any person to walk up to it. I just need confirmation that you guys do walk up to it.
Brennan will go
Sidra
first.
does.
Okay, you both walk up to it.
Silence will follow Brendan.
Oh, do you want to go first?
Hi, as the most aligned with this type of place among us, I'm guessing.
Alright,
Better I
Barry
go
first.
first?
You go on
Step
then.
through.
The door opens up for you. And you walk through. And it closes immediately after, right behind you.
I'll roll for stats.
This is where a desync in time will take place. So if one of you is like 10 minutes behind, then that person who just went in first is 10 minutes ahead. And we would have that desync.
Yeah.
But you do make it
Silas,
through.
you me.
In that case, I'll just grab the silver ball.
Which one of you approaches?
wine. Oh.
Very well. Now answer me this. You as a player, in your heart of hearts, knowing your character, what does your character want out of life? You tell me. Is there not?
Apple for the
Ah.
teacher.
Look, it's Monster Energy drink over there.
There are apples.
Cascus.
Ascus actually would be a good answer for that. Now I think about it. Oh, you're still going. Okay. The door will not open if you are lying to it. And it will know your heart's desires more than you know it. I will give you one retcon to not do it. Which I assume you're following up on. You go with an apple, and it opens up, and you can go through. Besides, soldiers don't eat that much in the field anyways. You get bloated down. Who's next?
I'll go.
The door opens up, and you can walk on through.
Have any of the vagrants gone through?
No, not yet.
Do they
Mer-
look like they're trying to figure it out?
I think Vaso and Zal are probably the ones struggling the most. Tolis already has actually something in mind. As for as is America, you laugh and joke, but she is contemplating the orange, but decides against it. No, instead she gets a very large pot filled with far too much stew for one person, as well as a bunch of water, and walks through. She just wants to have people close and to shelter them. Simple as that.
Vasa, your family, did they have a favorite dish?
I wouldn't know. I didn't have family growing up. I was fostered, a ward. I guess in a way that constitutes a family. Begins
But
walking
it's-
around.
But it's not them you want. What you want is to prove yourself. So maybe there's a dragon stake in here.
That's a good thing Sajar left already. Alright, let me take a look.
Yes, and it's best not to tell him.
Zal gets some fish and some berries and some nuts. He piles it all on a plate. It's a bear's diet.
I was gonna say bear food.
Yeah, it's bear food. And he walks up expecting the worst to happen, and then it opens up, and he's just like, oh my god, it worked. Wow, I didn't think that would work. Nice. Totally gives him a thumbs up. How'd it gone through before I close this?
We'll see you on the other side.
Yep.
Tell us, have you figured it out?
You can't really drink knowledge, I'm afraid.
Is there any Fey drink like an ambrosia that would give you knowledge?
Ambrosia, no, that'd kill a mortal.
Like any wine that would give you like a skill advantage or something?
There are magical wines that do that, but
Or
yes,
the drink of all students.
an energy drink,
Caffeine.
coffee. Yeah.
I remember, like, you for this for the other campaign, there was this one thing where you had to drink all of the droplets. If you missed one, it fucked you up. Didn't that impart knowledge?
Yes, I was in the
That was
Undertow, I
the
believe,
last
right?
campaign.
Yeah.
What's it called? There's
Yeah, but that's not like a normal drink. That's more of like a place of power.
Is it
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Watchman's Respite? Is that the?
Well, Watchman's Respite is the Silfwallian tea, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
There is like a tea for Graffle.
I would point that out to tell us. Lots of students use these for long nights.
Oh yes, Graffle had the tea referred to as the Pale Thought. That's what their
Well, that's
tea
weird to
was.
say, dwarf.
There is Sprite tier, which from Silfwall, which is like a tea/coffee. Don't ask how that works.
Tier?
Sprite tier.
Huh.
You know, because you drink the tears of your enemies.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it produces bean, but it also has leaf. Easy.
Easy, yeah.
Actually,
I don't know if that's what I want. Roll me a perception check, Dan.
So she wants knowledge, but why does she want knowledge?
Oh my god!
Just
What
Save
is
some for
it?
the rest of us.
Yo, Garth, we're good tomorrow, dude. We're good. He's gonna roll shit tomorrow. He's gonna roll absolute shit tomorrow. We're golden, dude.
Well, that's just
Unless he
gonna
rolls-
screw the NPCs.
Yeah, I
It's
was gonna say,
just
I
screw the
thought
NPCs,
about
that's
it, and then Poi is gonna fucking die. Fuck, damn it.
No,
Okay.
he's the cool guy. He's the asshole everyone loves.
You see a chalice off to your side, which isn't as ornate as yours, suddenly begin filling with this very sort of like aquamarine or sort of like Easter teal sort of coloration, and it glows. And Toll's on the other side of the table of you and looking, scanning across the table for something.
Tullis, look. That just filled up.
They walk over to your side table, and their eyes open up. Oh. I don't... I don't think that's what I want, though. Is it?
Want versus need are two separate things that you need to separate.
This looks like the trio chalices. I can't go through with this. I'll find something else. There's got to be something else.
Tullis. You have to make the hard choices in life at some point.
This isn't what I want, though. It's not what I want or what I need. I know that.
Insight.
Roll insight. Ollis believes that through and through. The trial of chalices is the, as some Northerners might call it, the neuterer of Nevros.
Right.
It is their denouncement of fell gods, which is very antithetical to Tolos, who wants to learn about different religions.
Wait a second. Perhaps it is.
Huh?
Take the goblet and dump it out.
They take to it rather readily as they grab the base of the chalice and flick it, and water, or not water, liquid splatters against the wooden floors. You think this is it? Like, that's just it.
Only you can answer that.
Suppose there's one last scan of the table. And reaches and grabs some, like, jerky. Something good for the road. And for travelers. They walk up to the door. And it opens. As of right now, it is only Silas, Redane, and Vaso left here.
Silas, have you figured it out yet?
I have an idea. I suppose I could try. So I also start to walk around the table and, to the best of their memory, if there's anything left from what the others picked, start taking just little bits of what the everyone else took.
So good, I love that.
There is plenty, my friend. A plenty for you to begin compiling.
And if there is somehow room, Silas will also look upon the table and see if there's anything that they just do not recognize in the slightest.
Absolutely. There's so much extravagance and exoticisms here. You see one particular dish, which sort of looks like a pie, or like, not a pie, a quiche. But then there's just so much in it that, because a quiche is like pretty smoothed out and creamy. This is not like that at all. I guess so almost akin to like a deep dish pizza, which is not pizza, of course, as we all know. But the ingredients on it are very different. It's almost like a dessert. Like there's different fruits and berries and sweets in it.
Silas will grab that too.
You grab it. You head over to the door.
Yes.
You go to the door. It opens. And you walk through. I'm happy you did that. I thought you were actually going to go for the ice avenue.
No.
And I was ready to have the door attack you. Not attack you.
God.
It wasn't going to attack you, but you just negatively be influenced.
Honestly, the
Redain-
only reason I went for the ice was because I didn't know, like, I didn't realize that it was going to be any kind of symbolic. So once someone else figured that out, I was like, oh shit. Okay.
That's what we call social awareness. Good on you. Redain, it is just you and Vaso left.
Does he look like he's still trying to figure it out?
There's actually one roll I was about to do, which will potentially give him an avenue. Whether it's not as right, I guess, is a different story, but it's an avenue. Let me roll for it.
There's any way I could help him, I would.
Would you give him a Bardic?
I certainly would.
Okay, maybe he doesn't need the Bardic.
Well, that's it for later.
He'll save it. He'll save it. He begins walking around the place and grabbing a series of similar quality but different things. He grabs some, not the finest wine, but not shit wine either. Some pretty decent wine. He grabs a combination of hardtack and dried meats, fish or otherwise, but also puts atop it freshly baked meat pies and, different vegetables that are, nice and braised. And he eventually has this platter and grabs one last thing, a bottle or a jug of water, and looks at you. This is either going to fucking kill me or I don't know.
Then you'll have your answer or have your peace.
Yeah. Mind if I go first?
Go ahead.
He walks up very hesitantly, step by step, almost like a person walking to the gallows. He gets one step closer and, sort of flexes, braces for something. But then the door opens, and you could see his form slump with a sigh of relief. Oh. Okay. And he walks through. Then it's just you in the room.
So he definitely heads up with his chalice full of the most expensive wine and sits there for just looking at it, looking that he's the last person in the room, and just dumps it and drops it.
You dump the wine. It sprays across the ground, staining the wooden floor. You have but in your hand an empty chalice now. What do you do?
I walk through.
You walk up to the door, having not a bit of sustenance in your hand, unless you can eat gold, laughs and dragon. The door does open, though. But I suppose that's telling of Redain that the door does read it. So, through you go, and you are all through. How lovely. That is where we end session this week, my friends. A good time for it.